Hi everyone. So here's the part where I show the items and give you the letters. Easy, quick claim. So these are going to be letter U, the letter U. They are for autumn, brandy, and whipped cream, Libby's or Anchor Hawking, maple leaf, gold, brown, and silver. They're about 4 inches high. No damage. Claim with the letter U in the comments. $14. $14. Letter U. Remember, you can always put in a backup claim. I expect to be emailed within 24 hours of your claim, or I will move on to the backup. It just makes good business sense, so I appreciate your understanding. The next is going to be the letter I. The letter I. It is for this fabulous circus collar bulldog figurine. Bone china, made in Japan. No damage, no chips, no cracks. He's just an adorable, beautiful little fella. He is letter I. Claim in the comments. $12. Next, claim with the letter R. Letter R. For this Acme bug planter. He's got his little red purplish Christmas suit on. He's ready to go. He's got crisscrossed eyes. Wonder what he's been getting into. Maybe some Christmas punch. Got this flower. Typical tree stump. He does have this coming through from the water. It is not, you cannot feel it. It does not go through. It is simply from being used as a planter and having water put in it over the years. He is, the letter R, $24. I love these guys. I could have a whole wall of them. Next up is the letter H. Letter H for this antique amethyst. It is amethyst, I promise. It is purple. That's better, this darker color. It is a dark purple, swirled, hand-blown, paper-thin, antique, about 8 inches tall, amethyst vase. Letter H, about 8 inches tall, maybe 9. Claim for, $18. $18. I think I'm a little bit crazy to be shipping this, but I'll do a good job of packing, I promise. Next, on the caboose, in the Peddlers train, claimed by the letter E. Letter E. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street. How about you? Is this glorious 1920s, 1930s honey beehive ice pot with its original woven basket handle. These are usually damaged and or completely lost. This is in impeccable condition. I do not believe this was ever used. That is the back of it. This is the front. Absolutely beautiful. Hand painted. Here is the lid. No chips. No cracks. Never used. It's like new old stock. There is the hand painted in Japan. The floral kind of mark signifies the business and or the artist. That and this style dates this to the 1930s. Again, you can claim it with the letter E, honey ice pot, $25. $25. I have several of this style of pieces. I used to collect that and occupy Japan. So my favorite pieces, I still have them. Next up is this letter O for a Siamese cat, fine bone china with the baseball mitt. He's playing baseball. I would say 1950s, maybe earlier. Fine bone china, very thin. It was his original Yukago sticker back there where his tail wraps around. He does stand up all by himself on the counters. The pink is a little bit of cold paint, so is the face. The rest is glazed. So for the letter O, you can claim him for $14. This right here is just a mist glaze. It's not a chip nor a crack. Next is this antique French gravy boat, letter B, for the 120-year-old Clooney gravy boat on dish. This is stunning. If I still had huge holiday parties, I would be keeping this. I would absolutely not sell it, but I don't. I only had one child. I do not have grandchildren yet. May never have them. Who knows? That's their choice. But if I had large family gatherings that I had for the majority of my life, I would be keeping this and putting it on my table. It is 120 years old. There are no chips, no cracks. The only thing that has happened due to age, there's a slight bit of browning down here on the bottom of the plate. A tiny bit around in different spots here, but not much. And what that is that's just the natural clay color coming through because it's very thin ceramic. It is a type of porcelain. This made by the Clooney's in France. This down here means that it had to go through the royals in order to be approved to be made. So this is one very fancy piece. The only place where there's a small ding is right here on the bottom, and that's to be expected for something that's 120 years old. It's about almost 12 inches long with the plate and about 8 here by 5 inches at the widest. It is absolutely spectacular. I don't think I'll ever pick up another piece like this again. It probably weighs almost 2 pounds, but considering what it is, that's very light, and it's just so elegant. It's just so elegant. It screams France. It screams holidays. So it is $30. Letter B. Next up, I have for the letter A. Letter A, boys and girls, is 4 movable Wizard of Oz figurines from 1998. They are posable. They are bendable. They are everything. They just knock me out. Here is the Scarecrow. He's got his diploma. There is no condition issues on these whatsoever. Here is the Tin Man. The Tin Man. And he's got his heart. They're all movable. Absolutely. Even their heads move a little. See that? Just spectacular. There's the Tin Man. Here's Dorothy. Here's Dorothy with her little red shoes. She doesn't have Toto. There's a little bit of paint loss on Dorothy's shoes. But, you know, go figure. I would have played with these a little bit as a kid. These are very collectible. Isn't she fabulous? She even swirls. See that? And lastly, you have the Cowardly Lion after he went and got all dressed up and sussed up and isn't a coward anymore. He has the little red bow in his hair after he meets the wizard. He too is movable. 1998, $40. $40 for all four. Letter A. Next, the letter V. Claim in the comments with the letter V. And remember, first person it's sold to, but you can always put in a backup, because if I don't hear from you within 24 hours with the information I asked for in the beginning, I will then move to the next person and ask if they want it and send them the invoice. So for letter B, for your consideration, are these two made in Taiwan, late 1960s, fabulous bisque, husband and wife. The husband has on his snowsuit, snow boots. He's carrying a pie. He's got big giant eyes. He's got on his hat. He's leaning up against the fence, taking a little break. Maybe they're coming back after the gathering. Here's his wife. She's got her umbrella and her black bonnet, her lovely ruffled skirt. She's got big lashes, but not as big eyes. Here's the back of her. Here's the bottoms, made in Taiwan. They are also bisque. You know, I actually am going to take it back. These are not bisque. These are bone china. Hand painted. So for the letter V, choice, $14 or $28 for the pair. So if you want both, put both in with the letter V for $28. Or if you just want one and you claim it first, then claim the one you want, and the other one will be up for grabs. Read the comments and find out what happened, people. Okay? All right. Next, I have for the letter Z, a Weller Cameo-ware drip pot. This was for your drippings. It's your grease jar. It's where you used, instead of butter or oil, you used your lard. This was never used. You can find the Weller Cameo-ware online with the other canisters. The drip pot is extremely rare because drip pots that were well used, corroded in color, cracked and crazed, broke, and were thrown away. This one, if used at all, was used very lightly. It's slightly dirty from being, 70, 90, almost 100 years old. It's not dirt that can wash off. It's just age. It's age. So here is the inside of the oval shaped lid, which I just love. This is the front. It is speckled robin egg color. Speckled robin egg color. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Again, if I cooked big meals, I'd find another use for this. I'd put it on the counter or on the table with little tiny muffins or little tiny candies. Here's the bottom where it says Cameo-ware with, it's Harker. Yes, Harker Pottery Company, USA. Absolutely spectacular. So for the letter Z, it could be yours for $35. $35. And last, but definitely not least, for the letter S, claim with the letter S, is this incredible Epherma box, Pennsylvania Dutch recipe greeting cards. Now, This screams holidays, holiday food. If you're a cook, if you have someone who loves to cook, if you have a cabin, just the ephemera box alone is worth purchasing. All along the outside, it has all the different type of Pennsylvania Dutch or German foods. All along the entire box, different foods. The box is about 1/2 inch tall. On the bottom, it says Dutch Haven, something, something, in Pennsylvania. Inside this box are 8 cards and 8 envelopes. It originally had 12. 4 are gone. I will show you a few of them. So here's one. Each one is different. And on the back of this is chicken corn soup. This one is Dutch sticky buns. This one, and just the front, the graphics, I mean, without the recipe. These are something you send your friends for a Christmas card with the recipe. I'll show you the inside. Hot potato salad and cabbage sweet and sour. And you see, you can write on it in here. You can actually fold it all the way open and write your own recipe if you'd like. Here's one more. Pickled beets and red beet eggs. So without showing you the recipes, I'll show you the last other cards right quick. There's this one. This one. I mean, this just screams Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Cooking, cabin, boho, and ephemera. I doubt you'll ever see another one of these. I know I won't. I was astounded when I found it. So, for the box, the 8 cards that come with the envelopes, original envelopes, it is the letter S, $20. $20. So that's it. I held down the end of the train. I was a good caboose. I appreciate Tammy and David with Vintage Uprising for inviting me. And I hope to see you all soon. I hope to see some of you at my Wednesday live sales. If you have any questions, again, my email is mscwalker, WALKER, @att.net. I will check the comments. I will note who's first. I will reach out to that person if for some reason they fall through or they haven't got to me within 24 hours after I tell them they've won the item. If you want to be the backup, put it in there. I'll get to you next. Okay. Hope everyone has a fabulous evening. Thank you for hanging in there with all of us. We appreciate it. Choo choo.